In this segment, we'll discuss the value of intentionally scheduling peer learning activities to help us meet our objectives. As is the case with most goals, if our learning plan isn't written down, it's less likely to be achieved. As clinical instructors, one of our roles is to make sure quality learning takes place. In this short session, we'll talk about some simple ways to guarantee that those learning experiences actually occur. A recent observational study of medical students on their clinical placements found that the clinical instructor plays a crucial role for successful learning by providing peer-assisted learning opportunities to their students. Several authors have suggested that when the CI intentionally schedules and provides these peer learning opportunities, students become less passive and more engaged in their learning process. Another important finding from recent studies is that students often engage in their own informal peer learning activities, like having discussions on break or observing each other in the clinic. So how can we practically apply this knowledge in our work with PT/PTA student teams? When we start applying Alpine's 2-to-1 model, we need to make it a habit to schedule a variety of specific and frequent peer learning activities. Here are some suggestions of different activities that you could intentionally place at strategic times in your learning schedule. Co-leading a group in service, developing a plan of care together where the PTA student helps plan the interventions, engaging in peer review and feedback on documentation, preparing a case study together for presentation to the CI, and peer observation, scripting, and feedback as in Alpine's model. We can also encourage our students to take advantage of those informal peer learning opportunities that we mentioned earlier. To make sure this happens, we can assign students to write weekly journal entries reflecting on their informal collaborative learning experiences. So the take-home message from this segment is that we need to be intentional about planning and scheduling the learning activities that will support our objectives. It's surprising how a little pre-planning can significantly reduce the stress of providing the right learning opportunities for our students. If the plan is written and easily accessible to both us and our students, we'll be more likely to hold each other accountable and make sure that the learning activities actually happen. Here are the references for the ideas presented in this segment. Thanks for listening.